All I hear is talking, I don't sweat that. If they don't trust me, yeah, I respect that. But she be down the ride, oh, I bet that. Ooh, I slide for my people, don't forget that. Don't forget that, don't forget that. Ooh, I slide for my people, don't forget that. Don't forget that, don't forget that. Ooh, I slide for my people, don't forget that.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is JH. How y'all doing, Postal family? Is everybody good? Is everybody cool? Everybody clean? Are you crisp? Are you feeling irie today? Let's talk. But first, hats, Tina, video description. Get your own. Sweaters, Tina, video description, get your own. All right, got that out the way. Number 2, about 8 people emailed me about the loans thing at the end of my video. There is another loan place, Cashable. They have different interest rates, etc. Not everybody's gonna get it, but you know, that's what pays the bills. I don't make no money on YouTube. That's what pays the bills. You can utilize them. They do work with federal employees, all federal employees. They do report to your credit bureau. They don't do a credit check on you. There is a requirement of a year or a year and a half, and that's where that is. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. I don't encourage anybody to go into debt, but the holiday season is here. If you feel like you can get yourself out of debt before the end of the year, knock yourself out. If not, then I wouldn't suggest it. All right. I know I speak to a lot of people, and you know, I appreciate every one of you, whether you can't stand me or not. And I know a lot of people can't, but it is what it is. But this is very interesting to me. The thing is that when I mentioned to you guys to do your own research when it comes down to your contracts, it's the contract research that really helps you guys out, because sometimes your union reps don't know, and they may not explain it to you, or maybe they just, you know, overlooked it. But I appreciate you. You know who you are, for sending me this. And this is directly out of the union contract. This is the bylaws. Now, if anybody knows, this is actually standards for postal union members, the bylaws. And this is out of the APWU. I will leave a link, whole articles and amendments, etc., in the pinned comment so you can read for yourself. But what was interesting is that they sent me something in regards to strikes. Now, again, I do not encourage a strike, period. It's not anything that I would encourage. But there's so many people out there that have information, oh, it's in law, etc., etc. Well, this was updated 2022, apparently. And if it's in the law, then it shouldn't be in our bylaws. Okay. And I want you guys to listen, and then feel free to read along or read after for yourself. And if there are union members or union stewards on here, I'd like for you, if you know what this means, to please explain this in better detail, because all I'm going to do is read. And what I read is what's in the bylaws. There's no disputing what I'm reading from the bylaws. So let's not even get into that. I just want a deeper understanding or a deeper explanation. I spoke to my craft director. He read it out loud. He didn't really give me an answer, which I do respect, because maybe he didn't know, but he did, you know, listen. I said, listen, man, before I do this video on this, can you tell me what this means? And that was that. All right, Article 23. It's on page 65. Damn, Jay, you went long-winded. I have to say these things beforehand because I got a lot of people that are just, everybody gets in an uproar. Everybody's so sensitive nowadays, sensitive. Article 23 on page 65, Section 1, request for strike action. Whenever a local union contemplates the possibility of a strike, the local union officers shall promptly so advise the office of the national president and request counsel and or assistance of the national union. Section 2, national approval for strike sanction. Again, this is in 2022. A strike sanction request by a local union shall be sent to the National Security Treasurer and must first be authorized by a majority vote of the effective members of the local union in good standing and voting. The request shall set forth the issues in writing, including such information as may be pertinent and required by the local executive board. The national secretary shall forward such requests, if in order, to the national executive board for consideration. The decision of the national executive board shall be forwarded to the local union by national secretary's treasurer. Strike sanctions granted by the National Executive Board shall be for 120-day period. No strike may be called thereafter without a renewal for the strike sanctioned by the National Executive Board. No local union can call a strike without the approval of the national president and strike sanction having been granted by the National Executive Board. Section 3, local procedure for strike approval. This doesn't say anything about we can't. I'm just letting you know. When a strike has been authorized by the national president, no strike shall occur until the following procedures have been complied with. A 2/3 favorable vote cast by secret ballot by members in good standing and voting in the unit affected. Approval by the local union or as their own constitution or bylaws might otherwise provide. A local union shall not be entitled to national union strike benefits unless it has complied with these requirements. No local union or group shall solicit any funds in support of a strike or lockout without prior approval of the National Executive Board. Any picket line of any local union approved by the national union will be honored by and receive the full support of all locals and members of the APWU to the extent possible under the law. Now, y'all are able to look at this at the apwu.org constitution/bylaws, and please, I just read right out of it. Tell me that I'm attempting to gaslight. No. Somebody provided information to me. I'm providing information to you. I don't know where we keep thinking that we don't have power. I've told everybody before that we have power. The power is within you. Step up. The time for voting is here. Step up. The time for your voices to be heard is here. Step up. Get involved. As much as I dislike some of the people that are in the union, overall, a union is only as strong as its members. This is your chance. Read it for yourself. Y'all make positive and intelligent decisions moving forward. Enough with the bitching and moaning. It's time that you guys step out of your comfort zone and do something about it. If you're not comfortable with what you're encountering on a consistent basis, it's time that y'all step up to the plate. Or just keep coming back on my channel and giving me a couple views and listening and complaining with other members. The choice is yours. Again, I do not encourage a strike whatsoever. That'd be one of the most horrific things. But just understand you have that power. This is JH with a little serious note for you guys. I'm out.
Unexpected expenses stressing you out? Get the money you need now with Loans for Feds, a program designed specifically for federal employees. Bad credit is not a problem. Application is fast and easy with same-day approvals. Apply now.